Hey, it's your boy Jack here with my girl Daniella.
Hey.
We are here talking about Survivor, episode 4 and 5. It's crazy tribe swap that has happened, and it's just awesome to see. So yeah, also on a sign up, but before we dive into this, if you want to watch our Survivor episode number 1 of the podcast, which covers episode 1, yes. Feel free to check it out. We have an annotation popping up here. So yeah. Let's dive into it.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think the first tribe we should talk about is the most boring tribe, which is, so far in the past 2 episodes, have been the Hustlers tribe, which has just been kind of, because I haven't been to tribal.
Like the new Hustlers. The
new Hustlers. Oh yeah, we should talk about that first. Tribe swap. Woo. So the new Hustlers tribe, let me see if I can do this without looking down. Mike, Cole, Jessica, Lauren?
Yeah.
And some other person. And Ben. Oh, it's Ben. Oh, poor Ben. I'm sorry I forgot about Ben. Ben and Lauren are cute. They're all separate thing. Yes. Those 5. They made it there. The Hustlers. New Hustlers. I think they're interesting. They're an interesting group. I'm glad that Lauren has another older person to talk to, because I felt like she was really like secluded on her old tribe. So now she's got like Ben, like another like kind of family man that she's got a little like link up, but we haven't really seen that in the episode.
Yeah.
Really. But I'm assuming there's a link up happening. So I'm happy for her, happy for him. But what's really got me heated is Cole. Like, this boy.
This is gonna be fun.
Why are you on the show? I just don't understand. Like, you link up with Jessica, which is good. That's a smart move. And he's like, I'm a social player. And then he proceeds to tell everyone about Joe's idol before. And now Jessica, his closest ally in the game, gets a huge advantage. And he tells everyone. Not even just people he's about, everyone. So what's the rationality? What can you think? I don't know.
Like, it just basically, like, that's the thing I hate. It's like, why are you doing this? Like, bro, you have to understand that this is a game. Like, you can't be nice here. You have to be, like, just rationally thinking. You're going to tell somebody about an idol. Why are you telling them? Or an advantage. Why are you telling them? It's like, I get it with Joe, because Joe was sort of, like, against the whole tribe, and he couldn't trust anybody. But, like, you just started this tribe, like, 2 minutes ago. What's going on here, bro?
I don't know. I honestly think that he thinks he's doing, like, I think he's probably like, oh, yeah, like, I got good social game. Like, I honestly think he thinks he's slick. Like, that's the worst part. Like, I think he thinks he's doing the right thing. And then, like, when Jessica called him out and he's like, did you tell people about the advantage? And he was like, no. But then he was like, yes. Maybe he realized he's a little bit less slick. Yeah. But honestly, I think he thinks he's playing a good social game, and that pains me. Emotionally, it pains me. Like, I don't know. Like, he causes me, like, he gives me, like, heart palpitations. I don't understand. But I'm glad that Jessica has smartened up and realized, you know, he's cute, but, like, Dr. Mike's where it's at. Like, I should align with him. And now they share a cute little secret. Someone's got an idol.
What?
That was exciting to watch. How'd you like that one?
I completely sort of agree. Like, I like how it was sort of like a throwback to when, like, Joe and Cole got the idol. It's so ironic that Jessica's there. But it's like, I like that Mike got the idol, because it's like, bro, he's like this, like, sort of nerdy, adorable, like, urologist. That's just funny. I think it's cool. Like, I'm happy that he got the idol, because like, you can tell, you can just sort of smell the passion coming off of him when it's like he's a super fan. He loves this game, and like, I'm so happy that he won the idol and like earned it. It's going to be interesting how Jessica and his relationship sort of intertwines there.
I hope it flourishes. I hope that she realizes that, like, I hope she plays like an Ally game. Like, Ally's really good at saying, hey, you're good for my game, but then, like, I'm only going to hold on to you as long as you're good for my game. And if you start to be kind of shit for my game, bye. And I really hope Jessica, like, wisens up like that. And she's like, okay, Cole's cute. And, like, he's good for my game right now. Kind of questionable. Honestly, questionable. But once he gets, like, a little bit more controversial, like, as you can already see, people don't like he's licking jars. Lauren's in there, like, really mad at him about that.
He's licking everything.
He's like, it seems like a Patrick arc where he's going to go up and then down. Your pretty face can only take you so far in the game.
Exactly.
And I think that his mannerisms are going to hurt, you know, are going to hurt his social game real soon.
Honestly, though, I don't really feel like Patrick, or not Patrick. By Petty Patrick. I think Cole is just, he's not a benefit to a lot of people's game right now. Like, the only real benefit he could be is as a spy, because like his loose lips are so awesome, but it's like you really got to watch what he says, and it really is that enough work to really help like continue your relationship? Like to be honest, I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Yeah.
I think he should be gone before the merge. I think they're painting an arc where he's gonna be gone before the merge, or at least merge time around then. Like I don't think he's going far. I don't think he's going deep. Personally. Also, I don't want him to go deep, so I'm hoping he doesn't go deep. Yeah. Sorry if you're watching this, I doubt you are, but
it's just
you're a great person probably, but it's harder. Okay, I'm also on my couch watching the show, so you got to think of it that way too. Like I'm like, you should be doing this, but realistically, like I'm eating potato chips at home. So take my advice with a grain of salt, but I don't think he's going deep. just.
I don't know. Like I feel like he's really very much painting a target on his back. You know, someone like Ben, he's sort of on his own in a way. Like him and Lauren are sort of like isolated in a way, and I feel like because of that, really, if someone like Mike was smart, or even Jessica was smart, they could really band the two of them together and sort of realize that maybe Cole would be our next potential target. So yeah.
I think it might go to that because Lauren's really outspoken. Like we see how she was with Patrick, and I think it wouldn't be a hard sell to get Cole out the first time they're in Jeopardy. So I'd like to see that happen. I think it might, maybe, possibly. So we'll see. But Jessica could go into like a passionate love, like sweep her off her feet, and like she'll want to play the idol for her boy. But
honestly, like I hope the one thing I hope is like I gotta think with your head. Not with any other part of your body, because like that's it. Like I understand you're playing it, like I understand all of this, but like you need to calm down and try to think rationally in the game perspective, not with your heart, not with any other part of your body, just with your head.
Yeah, well, it's hard for some people for sure.
Yeah,
especially Jessica, poor Jessica. But I don't know. I hope she seems like she's a pretty smart social player. Like I know he's cute, but she seems like she's got a good head on her shoulders. I think she'll do something good, so I'm not concerned about her. Overall, the tribe, I think they're going to do well. They're strong. As long as they don't go to tribal, everything should be good. So far, they've avoided it 2 weeks in a row. So.
Yeah, I think they are a stronger tribe. Like having a few healers on there. I think they understand like the idea of unity and like being united. And I think that they really incorporated that with Lauren and Ben.
Yeah.
And like you see that in the moment in the cold open that happened on the most recent episode where the bamboo was sort of exploding, and like you sort of see everybody like figuring out, okay, this is what's happening. Obviously Ben has experienced a post-traumatic episode, and it is emotional because like you sort of have to understand like that is something that he has to go through and many other people in the world have to go through, and it's sad to say, but like it is also it proves how much of a real moment Survivor is, and like how it does represent life. Yeah,
and how vulnerable you are on that island, you know? Like, it's one thing that, it's a reality TV show that, like, entertains us all, but it's also people, like, they're real people, and, like, I can sit here and say, oh, you're not that good at the game, or, oh, this person, that person, but it really, like, makes you stop and think about how real it is, you know? And how real social interactions are, and, like, how
emotional it is too, like the emotional toll as well, for sure. Sorry to be depressing. It's just like you know what, like when it comes to Ben, 100%. Obviously, this is a hard issue for him.
Of course,
like with that, or like with the bamboo popping in the fire, and I was happy that we got to see that, and he touched on it, and how he sort of goes, suffers through it and like goes through it, and it's really inspiring to see.
Absolutely, yeah. It was a really important thing. I think it's nice to see that these people are real. It's refreshing. It's a different, like it's a while different from like watching like The Challenge or like Kardashians or something like that. You really get to like dig in deep. So I thought it was refreshing as well.
For sure.
But also a little sad. So moving on, something a bit more happy.
Yeah,
we can talk about the Heroes tribe, the new Heroes tribe. Let me see if I can do this one. Okay. Ashley, Alan, Desi, Joe, and Devin.
Oh,
that one was good.
Look at her. That was good. Remembering all the names.
Yes.
See, I just remembered the tribe names. I'm slowly starting to remember the castaways' names.
Yeah, it takes some time, but I think I remember that because they were the first ones to go to tribal council after the merge.
And that was a wacky tribal council.
It was. And it was a wacky pre-tribal council, post-tribal council, during tribal. Like it was wild. Like, I think any tribe with Joe on it is wild, to be honest, because he's just...
He has a huge confrontational personality.
Yeah. He reminds me of Tony, kind of, but, like, less strategic.
Yeah, just more crazy.
He kind of looks like him, too. That's, like, also, like, the tats and, like, the head, and, like, you know?
Yeah.
I think that he's, like, Tony-esque, but, like...
Is sort of, it has different, like, it's different than Tony.
Different than Tony, but he reminds me. He reminds me of him. But he's just a lot more wild. This guy is, the second they lost Tribal, he was, like, ready to just ruffle some feathers. I don't know. Yeah. I always had issues with
I think, like, the main thing is, like, him having the idol. Like, there's so much strategic, like-ness that he has, and he felt like there's so much power in that moment, him having the idol.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like, I think that's the one thing I'll say that's really interesting, is him having the idol gives him so much power, and that's why I think there's a huge base for him of being cocky and confident. It's knowing that he can be safe no matter what, because he has that.
But let me question you on this. Wasn't he not cocky, confident, and dumb, no offense, when, like, first weekend with Dr. Mike when he didn't have the idol?
Yeah, but...
I think that's just who he is. But I do think that he did ham it up because he knew he was safe.
Yeah.
But, like, I just think he's just that kind of person. I think he's just, like, he's really in your face. He's really, like...
loud and crazy.
Yeah, he reminds me of Alan, which is funny that they're on tribe together.
Yeah, exactly.
And they don't get along, or they don't seem to get along anyways.
But normally when you have two similar personality types, they
that's true.
clash.
That is very true, yeah. I don't know. I'm not really big on Joe. But, I mean, I do think that it was entertaining to, I gotta be real, it was entertaining to watch him, like, fully call out Ash and be like, I'm voting you out. Like, I don't care, I'll say it. I don't give a shit. Like, I was like, yes. But me and Ashley, we ain't bros. So I was, like, living for that moment. But Desi was also, like, in the corner, like, shut up. Like, stop. Yeah. You're putting your tongue on my back. Like, stop. I felt so bad. Yeah. Because Desi's a powerhouse. Like, she has not gotten, like, the edit she deserves, I feel like.
She sort of started to come out of left field. That's, like, from the purple edit, from the purple Kelly edit area.
True.
And I think that I like that. I do like having, like, a Desi edit and then, like, a Rourke edit. But, like, I like Desi. I feel like she's very strong. I'm excited. I hope that they sort of, like, I hope she becomes a lot more of a power player come the merge and everything. I think that's something that it will be really interesting with her.
I agree. Yeah, I think that she's really good socially, hopefully. She seems that she gets along with everyone. I've never seen a fight with her. She's also, like, super strong in challenges and, like, not so OP that people are like, let's take her out, but, like, she's strong. I think she could really do well, like, post-merge, so I hope that she gets there because I'd like to see her kick some ass. And where we see, like, her, like, losing her purple Kelly edit. I can use it. Purple Kelly edit. We see Devin kind of lurking in the shadows now. Like, he used to be like, I'm Ryan's next hand man. Now it's like, where is he? I thought he was going to get out first because he was, like, they were pairs, right?
Yeah.
It was Desi and Joe and Ashley and Alan, even though they don't like each other. Yeah. But they were the pairs from the original heroes and
healers.
Healers, that's what it was.
Heroes and healers.
And there was the lone hustler. I thought it was an easy vote out, but good thing they had really big personalities on the group because that first tribal was, like, he was just, like, happy to be in the shadows. He's like, bye, I'll see you next week. Like, it's fine because there are so many big, like, between Joe and Alan, he could just shut up for, like, 2 days and be fine.
But I feel like, though, too, partially is, like, they had such a strong tribe. Like just looking at the
physically,
yeah. Like the Leverage tribe, they had such a really strong, like, tribe. You have a lot of physical players, but, like, mentally, that's really where they fall.
Yep, exactly. That's true. It's really, really true. A lot of them are, like, we see Alan, who's, like, making people do strip searches. We see Joe, who's, like, interrogating people, which I guess is his job anyways. But
yeah, and Alan's a former NFL player, so it's yeah.
True, I forgot about that. Yeah.
So, like, obviously you have, like, a bunch of physical players and then you have those mental components that really is such a draw from them in the game.
They're lacking in that mental rationality, which was a detriment to them when they lost. And when deciding who to vote out, they were like,
let's get all confrontational, tell our voting history. I think the two really main key important things here with the Heroes tribe is that you have two important moments in this sort of arc that they have. You have the one thing where it's like, okay, you have the heroes having the controversial beach scene where Joe is like, yo, okay, like I'm going to vote for Ashley, that's it. And like there's this whole controversy there, everything blew up. Then you have the tribal council.
Tribal council was wild. Yeah, that beach scene though, he was wild. But I always think Joe is like a little bit crazy and confrontational. It's just who he is as a person. And he's lucky he had that idol because everyone was ready to say, bye, Joe, see you never, you know? But that tribal council was wild. So crazy because Joe really showed everyone. He was like, I don't care what you think about me. Bam! And we all thought it was Desi, but he just like...
I saw your face!
He was like, oh my God, that was so funny. He was like, I read her face! I read her face! I read her face! He was... Sit down, be humble. Okay, sit down, be humble. He was not. He was not either of those things. But, you know, he really had the odds stacked at his favor because not only did he have the idol, he didn't even need it, but he got a vote blocked from Devin, or from Jessica to Devin.
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like that's sort of a really cool moment because it's like, okay, yes, Jessica is sort of protecting the healers a bit, and like she sort of talked about why she would want to do that come the merge. And I think that's really smart of her. And it also shows how united the healers sort of are. Obviously, next tribal is different, but I feel like basically, what was my point that I'm saying?
That they're very connected. The healers are very
exactly.
a unity, and it shows that Jessica's really thinking ahead. You know, I think Jessica's smart. I think Jessica has a boy in her way, but I think she's smart, and she is thinking ahead. Like post merge, I want people on my side. I want numbers, right? Because it's important to think ahead. So she blocked Devin's vote because she probably knew that one, it'd protect the healers, and two, like, he's the lone wolf, right? Yeah. So it's kind of like a safe person to block.
Do the math there, yeah. Because it's like, she stole the words out of my mouth here. But yeah, it's basically smart. Like, I think the thing is that you have someone like you have to do the math here. You have the two heroes, and then you have the two healers. I think she would think logically that maybe Joe or Desi would have maybe tried to align with them in order to get them out. And that could maybe happen. And then if she could really take away Devin's vote, then it would give them a lot more power.
But then the thing is here, if he didn't have the idol, would it have gone to Rocks? That's my thought. Because think about it. It's 2 and 2. I don't think either of them would flip. Would Desi flip on Joe? Maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
But if it went to Rocks, that would be shit.
Oh, yeah,
So it's good that he had the idol because, like, that would have been, like... But that would have been interesting.
Oh, that would have been such a great moment.
Right? That's what I'm thinking. It would have been really sick. But, I mean, it happened, and Alan is gone. No more...
Yeah, that was just came out of nowhere. I thought he was going to get Ashley out.
Yeah.
But it's like, okay.
I wasn't mad about it, to be honest. I mean, he had his time. And I like, he went out nicely. His exit interview was nice. He wasn't, like, salty like Patrick. You know, like, it was good. He was good.
Exactly.
He was nice. I liked him. R.I.P. Alan. Good times. Last tribe we'll be talking about today is the healers. The new healers, which is Chrissy, JP, Rurik, Ryan, and Ali.
Look at her continuing that.
I peeked.
Yeah, peeked. It's okay. They don't see the sheet.
That's true. That's very true.
They don't see our little note that we have. So yeah, I think, AKA the Soko tribe, which wasn't a Oko tribe, this last recent tribal council.
Very true. They were not very Oko. Okay. They were bad. They were real bad. It was rough. They were not unified at all. That challenge was painful. Well, the two challenges were painful to watch. That first, like, reward challenge, I was like... And then the immunity challenge, I was like... They're shit. They're really bad. They don't work well together at all. I think it's just, like, there's no communication.
But you look at the tribe as well. Like, you have two hustlers, two people that are like hustle. Yeah. Then you have one healer. Then you have two other people that are sort of half hustlers, half heroes in a way.
True. Yeah, I wouldn't like Chrissy's like hero question mark. You know?
Yeah.
But I mean, I would say she's a hustler because like she's had to hustle since like week 1 because no one wanted to be her bud. She hustled. Like I would say she's like OP hustler. Oh my god, Mom Squad. Remember Mom Squad?
Yeah.
Mom Squad. But she's the hustler. I think that I like Chrissy, man. She's going hard. And when she realized that, like, her ass was on the line, she, like, hustled. I mean, it was fake. It's going up to Rourke and being like, hey, like, let's talk strategy. Like, Rourke was like, like, I don't think it really worked well for her at all.
Yeah.
But, I mean, she tried.
Yeah, at least she tried, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, exactly. I feel like, I love, like, how they really started to pin Rourke versus Chrissy. Everybody else sort of faded into blacks, and, like, you sort of really understand where, like, the lines for everybody else follows, where it's like, you have Ryan, who's the swing vote, you have Ali, who's like, I'm loyal to, I'm going to vote out Chrissy, obviously due to oppositional forces.
Yes.
And along with that, then you have JP, who's like, there's a fake girls alliance that's starting. That's my main reason.
Yeah, I know. He's really, like, not gullible, but, like, he's just, like, chill. He's like, okay, Chrissy was on my old tribe. Oh, Chrissy says there's a girl alliance. Okay, I'll vote for Rourke. Okay, that was easy convince. And then, like, Ryan as a swing, I thought he wasn't hard to convince either. I think they already had that bond because he did help her out. But then she would be indebted to him, but yet he felt that kind of connection with her, and he did end up voting with her, which was nice to see. Because I didn't think he would, to be honest with you. I thought Rourke was definitely going to stay in, especially because at tribal council, your girl Chrissy was a little bit of a mess. Like, she was not playing. She was playing with her heart, hundo p. Like, she was very emotional. But I also, okay, you gotta look at her from her shoes too. She's getting attacked by Ali, and she's getting attacked by Rourke about the challenge and about all this other stuff, and, like, you're bound to get defensive. Like, I feel like if I were in that position, I'd just be screaming and be like, you don't know my story. Like, I would be mad. Like, you know, so she did play emotionally, but, like, if I were getting targeted, I probably would too. Yeah. You know?
And, like, the one point I'll say here as well, it's like, it did sort of remind me back to the whole, like, Petty Patrick versus Lauren tribal council, which caused Patrick to leave, obviously.
Sure.
Which you can check out right here.
Oh my god, that was great. Right here, to click the annotation.
The little like the card that's popping up.
Damn, that was smooth.
That was smooth. I'll leave that in there as well too, why not?
Yeah, no, that was good. I liked it. Yeah, what else are we talking about? So well, Chrissy was very, you know, emotional because she was being attacked, but, you know, Rourke was very calm, cool, and collected, which okay, she's a social worker. So I would expect that from her, you know, it's part of her profession to, like, keep the emotions at bay and, like, be professional. And she did a good job of, like, laying out, like, this is why she should leave, like, this is why I should stay. And she was very confident, even when Jeff was like, oh yeah, like, how do you feel after everything that's been saying? She's like, I feel the same, you know? And she was confident. And you know, when you feel confident and when you feel secure is when you're going home.
Exactly.
They always say that, right? When you feel safe, bye, see you never.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was ultimately the end of her demise, which was sad. Because I wanted her to go far as like a fellow social work lover and studier. I was like, yes, Rourke, especially because she got, like, purple edit to, like, this episode. I was like, finally, they're showing her.
I loved her, like, it was sort of, like, homage, too. She had, like, the whole, like, her hair braided and stuff, like, purple
Oh my god, no, it was, like, foreshadowing, and then it was, like, bye, she was gone. I was so sad. I actually did want to go far because I felt a kinship towards her, so I was like, go far, Rourke. And plus she had a cool name, Rourke.
Yeah.
It's like, finally, they're showing her something good's gonna happen. Bye. The same episode, she's gone. And I was like, that's cool. Whatever.
She just sort of, like, I think, honestly, it was the last two episodes, she sort of came out of left field, came out of nowhere, and it's like, I actually really liked, like, Rourke as, like, a player, and, like, I liked her personality, and, like, I felt like there was some kind of trust there, and, like, I love how outspoken she was in certain aspects, and, like, especially in this tribal council, she was, like, really speaking and everything, and, like, I loved how she was really fighting, but I honestly loved that, like, Chrissy was just sort of very aggressive socially, and, like, how she was like, I like this or that or this or that, and, like, she spoke the truth for the most part. And, like, I like the dynamic.
She really, like, I was just gonna say, she really, like, encompassed her inner hustler. Like, Chrissy's good at, like, getting the votes she needs to get and, like, talking to people. Like, she don't give a F if she looks desperate. She's like, I want to talk to you. I want to talk to you. Let's go to the beach. Let's do this. You know, and I think Rourke was just, like, too confident. And to, like, you know, and as the person who is, like, the odd one out, I think that's why she got an edit too, because she was the lone healer.
Yeah.
And you should think, as the lone healer, you're the first easy out. Like, you have to hustle your way or socialize your way and target someone else. The way that even Chrissy was like, all girls alliance, she's starting to do it, you know?
Yeah.
She just felt too comfortable. I think that was her demise.
Yeah, and like I think so though too. Like does this really help the tribe dynamic?
Guys, let's talk about Ryan as a swing vote now. I think it was kind of fun to see because Ryan's kind of been like the kingpin throughout this whole game. Like before in his old tribe, he had Devin. He was kind of calling the shots, and now we see him again in a tribe swap, and he's still calling the shots, which is kind of amazing. I think as much as I don't know. I don't love it. Actually, I kind of love him.
Yeah.
I hate to love him. I do love him a bit. He's good. He's smart. He's doing good for himself, and he's really on the top. And I'm proud of him as a fellow super fan or really, really big fan. Very proud.
Yeah.
I think he's done good for himself, and I think that he made the right choice.
It is interesting though to see other people recognize his strong social game that he's playing. Like Ali, it's good for her. Like good for her recognizing that because. Like, it's good that she's not really, like, a floater or anything. Like, she recognizes that he is, like, such a super fan in that sense. And then, like, along with that as well, like, I feel like he is playing the best game. He's getting a winner's edit, potentially.
I agree. A very strong winner's edit, which almost makes me, like question it.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, it's so obvious. Is it someone else?
Yeah.
But he's doing good, and, like, I think it's amazing that he even recovered from that challenge that he did so terribly on. With that, like, moving the ball with the sand in his face. He was so bad.
That is such a bad challenge.
And it's so hard to... it was a bad challenge. It was bad. Yeah. But he was so good at recovering socially from that. Like, he was just funny. And, like, self-deprecating humor works, people.
Yeah.
If you get cast, self-deprecating humor works. People like to hear you talk bad about yourself, but
and
funny.
being the coconut opener watcher.
Yeah, like it worked for him.
Yeah.
And I'm proud of him. And I think he made the right choice at Tribal Council. I think that Rorik was right to go because I think he can beat Chrissy when it comes to the maybe. I mean, at least physically. Actually, I don't know. No. I don't know. They're both equally, I guess, physically inept, which sounds bad.
I do like though that like you have that whole controversial moment where he's aligned with Ali and then he's aligned with Chrissy.
Yeah.
Both are very big connections. Both are very important connections, and they won't ever work together. And it's like. That's really true. Like I feel like he did make a smart move where it's like okay he goes with Chrissy, although he does backstab Ali. Like it does work in his favor. He has cross tribal alliances, and like she will obviously speak well of him, but there will always be backlash with that.
Oh, of course. And then we saw with that promo for next week's episode, Ali is pissed. She is
capital P
screaming. She is crying. She's like, I said I wouldn't cry out here, girl. It's okay, you can cry. I would cry out there too. It's a game, but also I feel like I would cry too. Like, why didn't you tell me? I thought we were friends. You know, like that would be me as well. But like, I feel bad for her. But I also like, I don't know, why didn't they tell her? Because I feel like she would have gotten in on it. Like I feel like she would have gone in.
No, because she was very strong with Rorik.
Was she? How did that establish in so many, like 5 days, and they were already tight? Like I don't know. I feel like Rorik had, like, the two of them had a strong connection. They were tight, yeah, you're right.
And, like, for him just to go up to her and be like, yo, I'm going with Chrissy, which is someone that you don't really like, that I don't think would work in his favor that much because, obviously... I
just feel like he could have maybe smoothed things over if he was like, hey, you know what? The vote's going this way. Chrissy's voting this way. JP's voting this way. And if we vote, like, you know, we need to just go with the group. Like, if he kind of, like... kind of defended it more, like kind of was like this is the way it has to be because that's just, you know, we want to be on the majority. Like I think it would have worked. I just think that maybe that's something, maybe it was either an oversight or maybe he has a bigger plan. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I just feel bad because Ali's in the dark, and unless there's another tribe swap happening next week, which I doubt, she's gonna be on the outs, and if they lose again, she might be the one to go.
Yeah, for sure.
And everyone will be sad about that because everyone loves her. Literally everyone.
Oh yeah, she's very. I feel like she's a really good player. I don't know. Like for me personally, I feel like someone like Ali, she's very much of a. I like Ali. I think she's a great player. I loved her on the Hustlers tribe. I felt like she was appropriate really for that, and like I felt like that really helped the tribe dynamic. But I felt like maybe someone like JP and like Chrissy are really sort of floating through where Ryan's basically whispering to Chrissy's ear, Chrissy's going to JP, and like I just don't like that. I hope that Ryan still maybe tries to pertain to that some of that loyalty that she has, and she's sort of on her own right now. So it would be an easy vote, though.
It would be an easy vote, and I don't know if they're going to win the next tribal, especially because they're down a number. Rourke was fairly strong in challenges, and they still have Ryan, who's not the best, and Chrissy, who's not the best. So we'll see. I don't know. I think we're gonna see them next week, to be honest with you, at tribal. I can't see another team losing.
For sure.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be them. So
yeah,
unfortunately, that's the way it's gonna roll for them. But I mean, it might be a better social move for Ryan in the future.
Yeah.
So I mean, good for him, I guess.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree for sure.
Anything else you want to round out about the last 2 weeks, or do you think we covered it all?
I think we covered it all mostly.
Let us know in the comments below if we missed anything important.
Exactly. And if you do, obviously, if you do want to see our last, here, give me a minute. If you want to see any of our social media links, I'll be putting those down below in our little bar that I have right here, like I did last episode. And speaking of last episode, if you want to subscribe, you can subscribe right over here, hopefully, or right over here, whichever way it pops up. Along with that, appearing on screen as well as episode number 2. You can feel free to check that out. That's on episode 2 and 3. And thank you for watching episode 3.
Thank you so much for watching, guys. And make sure to subscribe. Click the little bell over there to turn on post notifications.
Yeah.
And check out all our social medias, and have a good night.
And comment down below.
Oh yeah, comment down below, guys.
Exactly. Let's start a conversation here, friends.
Let's do it. Agree with us, disagree with us. I don't care. Do it.
Yeah, let's have this conversation. Thank you so much for watching.
Bye.
Bye.